You're Ruth's graders?
Oh, the YouTube. I forget about that.
You could theoretically have your YouTube link in it.
That's my Google account, so no one knows who I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm an old woman.
Oh my god, you could link my YouTube account for this, and I need to have some shit on there.
Shit.
I can't say shit. You're telling me right now I can't say shit? Well, shit.
I managed to drop 3 F-bombs in that Chip and Dale review. It's only like 3 minutes long.
I hope there aren't any children around.
We do all love the original Mulan.
Is there always a bird that does the order around the castle?
There's probably supposed to be a phoenix, because I think that's more important in this.
It used to be Tinkerbell or something.
No.
Speaking for her every
It's not the same movie.
Could you tell her that only a son could wield chi?
She has chi powers now?
I thought she was supposed to be a lady
She is supposed to be a lady.
that's working on getting married.
I thought her father was
But
supposed to hate
She's
she
already
didn't
a
lady.
warrior? She already knows fighting with a
Do not
stick?
argue.
You didn't like The Force Awakens because it was too much like A New Hope. If they choose their own decisions,
I'm just saying, the
I don't know how
whole
they'll work
point
out.
of Mulan was that she was a little lady and she went off to fight war and had to learn how to be a warrior.
she's fighting
But if
chickens
she
now.
already knows how to fight, look how badass she is!
She's fighting
Oh my
God.
god, she's jumping off of statues. She has a sister?
Mulan does not have any family members.
That's what I thought she said. Your sister is not the boss of this.
This was the part I remembered. I prepared y'all for it. She was badass from the get-go.
Oh my god.
She's
I don't
running
remember
on roofs?
Why do they live in this beautiful little village?
Well, they always lived in a beautiful...
They did not live in a village like this. No one's ever lived in a village like this.
Subscribes are fake. Why is the village
This is
beautiful?
the most inaccurate village I've ever
I
fucking
hate the
seen.
beauty of the village.
Oh my god.
Nope. Nope.
What? She's gonna be really brave later, guys.
Nope. Nope.
She said...
Are you fucking... No.
It's like, why is my kid a robot? Why does she do that?
And... Just...
I would murder you.
It's not really Mulan at all. Somebody replaced her with an android.
You forget, Mulan is a daughter, not a son.
Oh, this is the exact opposite of what it's supposed to be. The mother's supposed to be saying you should see all the greatness in her, and the father's like, she is not good.
I would give it props because I'd expect them to make the male character suck. The dad's
These are
understanding. of it.
Chinese people. There's a whole different dynamic.
Can we get some subtitles going? I can't see without my subtitles. Chinese subtitles? I can't read that.
Well, you wanted the correct subtitles.
I didn't want the correct one.
I need Chinese subtitles.
I have to make this as accurate as possible.
Immediately.
To be able to become Chinese, but like ancient Chinese.
Oh god. What?
This makes no sense. Why the father?
Hey, he's talking about the Phoenix.
Oh, the replacement for Mushu, the best character of the entire movie?
The powerful, the pleasurable, the indestructible Mushu.
I love the way you're giving this a chance.
It's wrong already. It's not even a movie.
It's a different movie.
Have you ever seen Warriors of Virtue? That's what I feel like I'm watching right now. If you have seen Warriors of Virtue, you would understand because it's trash.
He's telling her to douse her in light. So he is being the patriarchy.
I appreciate the thought that they're trying to make it seem like the Chinese culture is the same as our culture, and they want us to go that route.
Is that what they're saying?
Yes, the
Power.
father is going to be the one that cares about her, and he loves her and just wants her to do good.
He's the man. He's suppressing her woman power.
Yeah, I
Like
was just
he's
about to say,
misguided,
he just
but-
told her to silence her chi.
Yeah.
And you're saying that he's the one who's coddling her?
Because a normal dad would have fucking just... And then
Well, they're not gonna-
no one would ever... It doesn't matter. That's how it works. That's exactly what it is.
That would never be my gripe. Like, why aren't the men beating women?
We need more beating!
They do! And they would!
For that to be a disappointment.
Okay, now we're in the desert. We have a witch. She's a ghost?
The only energy that could challenge Mulan is another woman.
Rorans?
No, not Mongols.
Did they take out the Mongols?
I do think the Mongolians were probably the more accurate enemies of China, given the fact that the Great Wall of China was built to keep out the Mongolians.
What? You just caught that fucking arrow.
He also just shot an arrow while he was riding, and it's so inaccurate.
That was one of the traits of the Mongols, is that they can shoot arrows from horses.
Not that far, though. He just shot it like...
expert.
What was that movie that Matt Damon did where he was a Chinese warrior and they fought off dragons?
Wall?
Yeah, that one. The Great Wall. That's what this
I
is.
don't know about
This
that.
just became that. Except, you know, at least in that, they couldn't run up the walls. They at least had ropes on them and they'd run down the wall.
Guy really does look like the original
Attila.
Attila.
What I can tell, these guys in black are bad guys.
What? The ones dressed in black?
I'm getting a real Scorpion King vibe from this also.
It was a missed opportunity to not cast The Rock.
It really was. It's the bad guy.
I agree with that.
The Emperor looks good.
The light there almost looks like animated.
Oh,
Okay,
probably
the
is.
background.
His beard could be longer. Oh, God. Yeah, that's all I'm hearing. Araran.
Really, they're named Lauren. We'll cut all this out. I'm sorry.
Why are we cutting it out?
I don't know. Look at her face. She doesn't want to be a part of us with our L's and our R's.
It is South Park Kim Jong jokes.
Why are we not recording our faces?
My
for
name's
this?
Lauren.
Because I feel like
Lauren.
Aaron's faces.
The Rarans have come. We will destroy the Raran army.
Are Rarans an actual people?
Every family will supply one man.
Does it look like the Emperor's mouth looks CGI?
It looked
Does
like
it
he
look
was
like
being dubbed. I hope he was, because that would have been hilarious.
This was like the first Disney movie to have all Asian cast, so that was one of the history making aspects of it.
So what you're saying is there is a
Possibility
chance
that he's
he
being
was dubbed.
Yeah, 'cause they tried to stick to that. Nothing's whitewashed since they're all Asian.
that? Her costume looks really
See,
cool.
now they look way more Mongolian, and I'll give him that. But I don't think that the Rarans are Mongolian. He looks Mongolian.
He does. Good casting for him.
Yeah, he's just...
And his eyes are very intense.
Jason Momoa probably would have looked more like...
So maybe this is like light and dark side for him. Mulan might have something in common.
He's kind of hot. I feel weird about it.
Glad a woman's here because I wouldn't have even noticed it.
All his scars. Damn. I don't remember what Mulan's boyfriend's name is.
Oh, he probably would exist.
It'll be
the reason I
funny
doubt
to
it-
me for me to find Boricon to be the hot man in this movie, and the other guy who's supposed to be the love interest is like not
Oh my
attractive.
God, why would she need a love interest? She doesn't need a man to protect her.
There's something about a matchmaker.
Make me a match.
Why do they make her robotic? Like she has no emotion.
Emotions make women weak.
Hey, they're playing the music, so I'll at least give them that.
Pretending that women should just be tough and never have emotions is stupid.
Preaching to the choir.
That is beautiful fucking makeup, though. Does she get a cricket?
She doesn't have a grandmother in this. She's not getting a cricket.
I'm truly blessed to be in the
Oh,
presence
they
of such enchanting women.
Yes.
Mother, ow.
They took out Grandmama.
She's the best.
At least this part is still exactly the same.
It's not the same because she doesn't have a cricket.
She must be invisible.
Exactly.
She must
This matchmaker knows that women in China don't matter.
Why can't she just say, "Hey, bitch, there's a spider"?
For no reason at all, sometimes in movies people don't communicate
Because-
sexual
Yeah,
information.
it's stupid.
A good wife
Like we're
doesn't
gonna-
talk and is invisible.
Aaron's right, she's trying to comply.
This bitch just screams. The spider wasn't near her. There was nothing going on.
Use your
It was
chi,
just on
Mulan.
the
She's gonna
table.
catch everything.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
I can't believe she wasn't perfect.
Her hair looks better like it is. It's very punk. That man would kill that woman immediately.
Harsh judgment
He would
based
walk up
on one
her.
interaction.
He would walk
Right.
up and he would cut her down, and they would say, "Wow, that woman should not have talked back."
Oh, he still left his walking stick. That
Did they
was a
change
nice
their name?
touch. Yes.
Her family's name is not Fa. It's not
No.
Fa Muran anymore.
You said Muran at one point.
Muran, Fa Muran.
And I think you should stop doing that. I think that should be a thing you don't
Yeah,
do.
Fa
Since it
Muran.
sounds like moron, it's kind of funny. Moron.
Fa Muran.
It's kind of funny.
It's not funny.
We'll call the original Mulan, we'll call this one Moran.
Moran. I was blessed with $2. I blame South Park for that. Team America World Police.
You are worthless, Eric Barrett!
Slam his fist down.
Every time she speaks to him, he's supposed to slam his fist down.
Why do you think Chinese
Every
fathers are the
Chinese man
most abusive
beats
people
women.
in the world?
Because they are.
It's because you don't know any Chinese people or anything about Chinese people.
Every father back then was abusive and smacked their children for talking to them.
It's not true.
This is a time period where the father figure has all say in everything.
He just slammed his fist down and said, know your
Yeah.
place.
That's what he should have been doing every time she talked.
Slapping her.
When she was just like, "Look at my powers, father," he should have been like,
Shut it.
Well, she would have beat his ass. Did you see how capable she was? She was fighting against Cock from the very beginning.
She was.
It's a metaphor.
"Why are they making it seem like he can't hold a sword up?"
Yeah, her dad was a good fighter.
He literally just didn't have the balance.
Oh, she had a tear.
Which is what they're saying
To be
here.
more tier.
He's going to pray to his ancestor, Phoenix Mushu. When they go into the training phase, I will sing the entire song.
It's not gonna be a song.
There's also probably not going to be a training phase because she's already better than everybody else at everything.
Clearly, she's already trained.
Do y'all know for sure that there are no songs?
No, there's no songs.
Zero
But
songs?
they just cut out
They did the
the "She'll
instrumental.
Bring Honor to Us All" song, and that song slaps.
That was the first reason I didn't want to watch this movie. They took out the music, and it has some of the best music of all Disney films.
It's longer than the original, so why'd they take the songs?
Because they
Because
wanted
they're
the world to be
bastards.
terrible. I've just decided...
This is a completely objective, unbiased view of this movie that we hated from the first millisecond it fucking started.
Listen, it's not our fault that they immediately open up with Mulan being a warrior.
I forewarned y'all about that because that was the clips I was gonna show as
but it's
child her.
literally the first shot. Not gonna have any fucking growth.
Imagine her now. We haven't really seen her now.
Was also an asshole who was like, "Oh yeah, sister, that's really scared of spiders. There's a spider in your hair."
She doesn't even have a sister.
Butthole.
She's an only child.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be an only child.
Where did the sister
She's the
come
only
from?
one that can bring honor to the family. She's
Yeah.
the only one who can get married. Now she's got this dumbass
That's
sister
what-
that's so scared of spiders she can't even see one on the fucking table.
That's what makes her decision to go to war even more crazy.
there's
Is
no
because there is
one
no
else.
one.
Is she the older sister or the younger sister?
It's
She's the
clear
older.
that she's the older sister.
All right
It's
then.
obvious.
No,
Alright.
it doesn't matter. It takes away the weight of her
Yeah,
going to
someone
war.
else can still get married.
I'll
Because
send
if she
my
would
little
die, their family
sister to
is
go.
done. No, it's the
She
fact
can't
that
send her little sister to go.
she's not
instead.
supposed to have a little sister.
She can't send the little sister to go, so she has to go.
No, it's not about the little sister going. It's about the fact that she goes to bring honor to her family because she doesn't want her father to die. But the whole point to it is that if she dies, her family line ends. Which
yeah.
is why they send her
Yeah.
back and don't just kill her because
For elaborating,
He was-
point which made sense to where people who might not understand possibly could.
he was blessed with one daughter, and that's the only reason they don't kill her in the original one for all the treasonous acts of being a woman.
He saved his life,
Yeah, that's true.
so he saved her life.
Oh, he's gonna pray to the ancestors. To the great dragon!
Great stone dragon.
She breaks that head off real quick. And then there ain't no great stone
If
dragon
we
anymore.
just had Eddie Murphy doing Mushu in this movie, it might have been redeemable.
Where's Eddie Murphy?
Where the fuck is Eddie Murphy?
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that they asked and he said no.
No,
There is
all Asian cast was
all
something that they
Asian
gave
cast.
props for trying
He
to.
can-
He's
Not
not.
be in it.
He's a voice.
Allison Brie got in trouble for her half Asian character role on BoJack Horseman. So yes,
Alright.
it would be offensive
Alright.
to people.
Go ahead.
Supposed to be the normal
I'm
people.
not racist. I just don't like people that get all upset about people doing animated
You are supposed
characters'
to be
voices.
woke.
Definitely not woke.
Joe Coy would have been a great Mushu.
It would fall in the line of the all Asian cast.
Could have just done his grandmother's voice the whole time.
I think that's his mom. Joseph!
Yeah.
Joseph!
I get in
Jose.
transferring something to live action that you may not want a computer animated friend and cricket.
Don't say that on the scene that
Her
there's a
eyes.
computer animated phoenix flying around.
Do they give it an Eddie Murphy voice?
No, but it'd be a lot fucking funnier if they
I
did.
would completely appreciate a CG animated dragon following her around and causing trouble.
If it ain't broke, don't fix
It'd be
it.
so funny.
I'm cricket.
Oh!
Cricket!
Nope.
Oh, she gotta kick his ass.
The worst part is she's not even manly.
Excuse me again, you'll taste the tip of my blade.
Damn!
Oh, he's an old man, so they can't be a love interest.
I'm your commanding officer.
So that is going to be her love interest.
That's Jet
You will
Li?
not be tolerated.
Yes, it is.
The one who's the blonde guy in Rogue One.
From Ip Man.
IP man?
Ip Man?
Why'd you come in here?
It's Ip.
IP. It's like
this your family
AT-AT.
Why Joe?
Fazao.
Stop!
Oh, and her love interest is going to be the
Is it this guy?
She gave a look there.
naked wrestling.
Oh,
What is
hell
she
yeah.
gonna do?
Gonna naked wrestle.
Well, that
Yeah.
guy has boobs. She can pass.
Yeah, she's flat chested.
God, she hated that Asian dick.
Not like being a penis. This is horrible.
Dick!
Sword's fine. Dick's bad. I just want to get the fuck out of this room.
Get me away from the penis,
Walking
please.
around, they're helicopters.
Maybe she just likes very large dick. And it was so tiny.
It's small.
It was so tiny. God, why am I so... I'm becoming extra racist. I don't know what to say. All Atrons got small penises.
She's taking off her body wrap.
Gotta hide her today.
She doesn't really have them. She doesn't have to hide
How
them.
does she have thick armor on?
No, I mean like during the day and stuff. Like right now, they're all
She
going to sleep.
wore her father's armor there.
So I'm saying you wouldn't be able to see them.
What, is she gonna carry the armor and then not have any man clothes to wear?
I am a little upset the fact that she's now sleeping in the room with all the other men because she did make sure to put her own tent way away from them so that way she wouldn't have to worry about being awkwardly asleep and one of them looking at her and being like, that looks like a woman.
What are you talking
at all.
about her tent?
She put a tent away from everybody else in the original.
But I feel like it's more realistic in an army scenario to have to sleep in the barracks.
I appreciate giving it a potential prop for a change.
There is a
can
witch with
understand.
magical powers. Nothing about this needs to be realistic.
Having one unrealistic element doesn't mean you need to unground the rest of the story.
Yeah, it does.
I take Star Wars seriously, and there's an unrealistic element, but there's also like limitations.
The Chinese people were spiritual people who thought that things like witches and magic and dragons and shit were real.
They didn't make this
This
movie
is what
trying to
Chinese-
dishonor the
Right, exactly.
Well, of course not. They gotta sell tickets.
Like, that's good choreography.
If they jump on tiny posts, I'm gonna be so excited that they at least put that in there. If you don't shut the hell up.
Be a man,
Oh my god!
swift as a coursing river.
Is every man in this army gay? Because it's like the second that they fall asleep, every man is like trying to cuddle her.
Oh, they're sneaking away porn.
Is she already asserting dominance?
Yes.
Before the training montage is even over.
You mean she's not going to start off at the bottom of the group and work her way
No.
up?
No.
Mm-mm.
It'd be awesome for them all to wake up and her be sitting on top of that pole. Oh, look at Mulan being
Oh.
smart.
She did seem to be the least tired.
Honesty, expulsion,
Uh-oh.
disgrace.
Uh-oh.
Box them. With strong, wide hips.
Hell yeah.
Me too.
With cherry red lips.
Me too.
Oh, you're not gonna sing the song?
But you'll say the lines?
Done with this.
Courageous.
Courageous woman.
Yes.
No women ever had courage.
Oh, she's had sense of humor too.
Women don't have these qualities.
If he's still under the impression that she is a man, he is gay.
Always was the case with Mulan and her love interest, even in the animated one, because they were definitely sharing
Can I ask?
connection.
Men
Before-
can't connect.
but
Is that your statement?
Maybe the point,
Not like that.
maybe the
They didn't
point
kiss her
is
anything,
that
so she was a
their connection transcends their gender. They love each other. It doesn't matter what their gender is. Because Mulan in this movie obviously is a lesbian.
She did not like seeing that penis. I know that much.
She's never seen a
She
movie.
hated
She
it.
may be asexual.
She's never.
She hasn't showed any
That's
lesbian
why
tendencies.
Well, she also has not shown really any emotions.
Well, she's also probably never seen a penis before. Maybe she was so excited by it, the only face she knew to make was fear.
Yes, I fucking this guy hard, so hard. Yes, I am a woman. I know when a man is I fucking. That is I fucking.
Looking for it.
Wait till it look at
He's
that.
impressed by the skill.
He's impressed and he wants to fuck it.
He's just like, how do you know how to fight?
Happy is a challenge. That's how men are.
He's still under the impression that he's about to get a big shaft in him.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, her chi is so strong!
Oh my gosh, he's so good.
Now the whole conversation is, why have we never heard of you?
Like they haven't seen her doing badass shit this entire time.
Not being tired carrying buckets is different than being skilled in combat.
Well, they just called her out
You know what
for
I'm saying?
not showering or bathing once, so.
Men will lose their minds. That's the lesson.
Well, no, it's just because, I mean, yes, women aren't allowed to be naked or to be here with us because they will get naked and we will lose our minds. Uh-oh, it's her boyfriend.
Told her that she stinks earlier.
Yeah, but also it's because he just wants her to take a bath so he could see her naked.
Why is her name not Ping?
Ping?
Yes, that was Milan's
Fake name.
boy name.
Oh, that was her fake boy name.
Leave me alone.
Titties.
even a muscly woman from behind naked,
That's a girl.
you could tell that's a lady.
They showed the moon, and I'll argue for the movie here.
That's
And
a
it was
crescent.
a very small crescent,
So it's
which would
dark.
give very little light. And even though
Very
we can
dark.
see everything, it is
Right.
extremely
He
dark
can't.
for them.
All right.
He
Thank
can
you.
barely
Oh,
tell there's a person.
Yes, we're not
Giving
just
us- They
hating.
showed us the moon. He's right.
Somebody else could listen to us and be like, these people are somewhat reasonable. Mildly reasonable.
That's a very unreasonable thing. You wanted us to go in not hating this immediately, and it made us hate it immediately.
I mean, I'm full watching.
I'm having a much better
How dare this be
time.
live action and not animation?
Bold thing.
Where is Eddie Murphy?
How did they not
Where
animate
is
this movie? This Khan is so sexy. I can't help it.
This is definitely a surprise twist for me that you're very sexually attracted to.
I am.
The Attila the Hun replacement.
He does look a
Well,
lot like Shao Kahn.
Yes, it's
I listened to the Dan Carlin
Yeah,
podcast about Genghis Khan, and he was awesome. He was crazy and horrible, but he had a lot of really cool stuff going on.
You could stop where you're at. There.
And I'm
Don't be
already-
too terrible.
He would take their
Next
counsel in, and he would learn about all the religions, and he would take the smartest people and be like, look, if you just surrender, you can be on my side. I'm not really down so much with all the raping, but Genghis Khan had a lot of cool stuff going on.
If people just research hard enough, they'd find out Hitler, he loved animals.
No, not Hitler. Don't bring Hitler
That's
into
what I'm saying.
this.
So he's so
No. Listen to the Dan Carlin podcast.
Genghis
So,
Khan did kill a third of the world's population.
Genghis Khan.
killed a third of the population. Exactly. Yeah. You're like, besides all the raping,
He repopulated it.
He-
repopulated it with his seed.
Johnny Appleseed did the same thing, and people don't hate it. Did he?
Did you just compare Genghis Khan to Johnny Appleseed? Planning
Johnny
Appleseed. At this point, I've had an entire glass of wine, so I'm getting a little sweaty, and I'm getting very silly.
Now she is better than her father.
He's already the most impressive one. He's like, why are you hiding your power?
It's like I didn't think I was. I thought you guys thought I was pretty cool.
If she was truly gifted like this, even as a woman, they would have used it to their advantage because they weren't stupid.
Any powerful woman in the past, in this male-dominated, woman-oppressed society that you are projecting, any woman that had any kind of talent or power immediately was a threat to all the men and would be killed.
You're saying realistically. I'm saying non-realistically, where she has magic powers where she can kick spears out of the midair and launch them at people. She would have been used as a weapon
The
because
witch
the one thing.
was exiled
The-
in this movie.
But that's not the same thing. That's
was
not the same thing.
exiled.
She's saying the bad guys are
That's
using.
not the same
The
thing.
bad guys are
That's
the
not-
good guys in this movie. They like
of all-
powerful women.
First of all, witchcraft and chi power is not the same thing. And what I'm saying
Well, I beg to differ.
is that the Chinese people were extremely good strategists at war, so they would have taken advantage of having this ultra powerful warrior.
I don't think they would have.
But that is the exact opposite scene because all the men are struggling and like left behind as she continues.
Have you
like,
ever seen-
That is the no growth shot exactly there.
The only growth is that they're inventing this non-fact that she's been hiding her chi.
Her father told her
Now
to
she's
suppress her power
freaking
direct.
Fucking did she? Did she with the spider? No.
Women like
Did
to
she with the
pretend.
stab?
Women like to
No.
pretend they're oppressed. You know, I don't.
I would love a movie where a woman was actually oppressed and then broke free of the glass ceiling.
Look.
But they don't.
Have you ever seen Showgirls?
Let's
We
bring
watch
show-
that.
let's bring showgirls
That
into this
movie is
constant
infinitely more
screaming.
entertaining because of all the nudity.
I don't know if you've ever seen a movie about a woman breaking through a glass ceiling, but there is this one called Showgirls.
I vaguely remember her pushing someone down the stairs. Jesse Spano for the win. God!
Her costume is cool. Why do I like the bad guys so much more in this movie?
Because they're doing a lot better job making them seem cool.
They're wearing black.
Cool.
There's a witch.
They
They're wearing black. You're
arrows from
you're
the hair.
sexually attracted to
Will you-
Shang Tsung.
Will you get me one of these?
Did you just shake your fucking beer at me? Oh my god! I'm a woman and I'm impressed!
Yeah, you are, and that bring me a beer.
Lady Binacorn, while you're in the kitchen.
Please bring me a beer.
I'm a lesbian now.
I said-
I can't deal with you men's bullshit.
I said please.
Shut your beer at me. Who are you, my grandpa?
Use your chi powers. This whole thing,
Cheap hours?
if I can distinguish anything from it, will be constant yelling.
Did you open them?
Oh dear.
Did,
If you don't want to open them, can you bring the can opener as
Yes,
well?
please. Like if you're not gonna open them, please bring in a bottle opener.
No. That was not what you requested.
I will bring the can opener. I'll bring.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll bring it.
I'm so oppressed.
Yeah, now I'm oppressed.
Audience.
I'm the servant in this situation.
Lady
least-
Barnacorn didn't bring.
And I'm a woman, and you are white men, and I'm serving you. Who's oppressed?
At least you know your
You're
place.
too far away. They can't hear you. Audience. Lady Barnacorn just didn't bring us a can opener. She didn't bring us a bottle opener. We're oppressed. If this was ancient Asian culture, we could beat you for that.
Yeah, I'd be dead.
Oh, It Man wants Mulan to marry his daughter.
That's my
Because she's so powerful.
Hello.
He really is.
I appreciate you being attentive. We have not been very attentive to this.
What are you doing? Yeah, why do you keep getting up? I thought you
She's bringing that to us.
Do you want this?
I want it.
You've been up for
Thank
like
you.
10 minutes now. What's happening?
I can't sit still.
You're too oppressed. Oh, here's all the
Look.
dead bodies after talking about women.
Mulan's gonna fight these battles for you.
They came across their first village of all the dead people after he was talking about her marrying.
You couldn't
His
tell
daughter.
because they weren't singing a song right before it.
Yeah.
To show
What
the
do we
contrast.
want?
A
Girl, we're fighting for cut line dead people. Perfect cinematic entrance from height to low.
I wonder if they'll have a little baby doll to represent that there was a child.
No, they won't.
Well, they've been doing little nods.
How come they couldn't find a little tiny buff Asian man to play that one really mad guy?
Yow! King of the Rock!
What do you want?
Symbols not a half the
To drink this bottle of wine.
We leave
Oh
at
my
first
God.
light.
You've had one glass of wine and your ability to pour is already gone. Gone.
That's not funny.
You just, your hand was like
She's
this.
drunk off Disney remakes.
Alcohol.
They don't know if they're gonna live past tomorrow.
They might never see each other again.
Big battle coming. They're aware of it.
They're
Yeah,
scared.
Ping is imparting knowledge.
They even said the line. There's no courage without fear. There's the whole problem with her. And what has she been afraid of?
She ain't afraid of nothing.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, she's gonna kill everybody.
She's gonna
'Cause
protect.
She's not afraid.
She's
if
gonna
she-
protect all the
Because
men.
I will protect you.
She's a woman, and she's got to protect all of the very vulnerable men in this movie.
If she doesn't almost die right here, I'll be real upset with the way they did this.
It would be really nice if she gets like the camaraderie and the soldiers thing, and they actually step up for her as well. Just
They have to
equilibrium.
Yeah.
These guys, they look like the protectors from the mummy that guard Imhotep's crypt. Is extremely disadvantaged and extremely inaccurate on how any battle would have taken place. They would not sit at the bottom of a hill and wait for an approaching army. This is stupid.
It's common for movies to change things for dramatic tension. They
At least
arrive,
make it
they become
realistic.
aware of each
You
other.
would be on the hill behind them, where you can also have high ground, where neither army can charge. That army on top of that hill would not move because they don't have to, because you have to charge up a hill to fight them. If Mulan actually was a gifted warrior, her father would have just introduced her. There were women in there. Have you ever played a Dynasty Warriors game? There's girls.
What do you think they are, Vikings?
No.
There aren't any Chinese lady warriors.
I don't know if you've ever played Dynasty Warriors, but there's lots of Chinese warriors.
There's no snow, so how's she gonna create an avalanche?
Her avalanche doesn't matter anyways. They're dead.
Well,
They're right on each other.
Yeah, it would.
They are.
They
that,
would
that
write
was
the
the closest
avalanche
thing
out.
to an eye fuck that I'd seen.
There were
staring at it.
so many eye
Honestly.
fucks. If
It's
you
like you
are
don't know what mutual respect is or impressiveness
not in movie world, there are two different looks for mutual respect, and I want to fuck you in
Just
movie.
traded his whole army away.
Was that her father's horse?
No.
Because they never even showed that.
No, she walked to camp.
Yeah.
Why did we even see that fucking shot in the beginning? The like promo shot
Oh,
with
she
her
just
and the
Matrixed
horse.
it.
You also are not shooting 2 arrows at one time like that. Not accurately that far.
Those kinds of things I can overlook.
I can't. Normal people should know that because they're not stupid.
Why? Because people are shooting arrows at them all the time?
Because you can't shoot 2 arrows at the same time. It's physics.
You said throw out all
Physics-
reason and logic earlier
Physics
because
don't
that's a win.
matter.
That's why I was like, no.
They're also shooting it wrong. It's a really weird thing, but they shoot their thumb. Mulan also just decided to chase after them by herself.
I always hate that in movies when they don't have backup. They're just like, I'm going it alone.
But the thing is,
She said, I'll protect
with-
you guys. I'll keep you safe. We'll keep each other safe. And then she ran off without him. So
With her power levels, her going off alone is probably the smart move.
the hawk that should belong to the Mongol who should attack her.
A hawk knocked her off her horse?
Oh, and now she immediately doesn't know how to handle a sword. My name is Pink, and I shall kill you. I am Fa Mulan. Not Wa Mulan.
Oh no!
Can you just throw a ninja star at it?
I think just because she's fighting a girl.
She's only skilled against men. She goes away when she fights a woman. Because women shouldn't be fighting each other, they should be raising each other up.
I've been waiting for you to do it this whole movie.
Oh.
Damn!
She threw that ninja star with a lot of oomph behind her.
She did. If the magic in this movie was more consistent, it would make more sense.
I really like consistency with any sort of magic systems
Yeah.
where you understand the limitations
Yes.
and the
Yes.
rules.
Is she dead?
Mulan lived because she wore that wrap constantly.
Let's see, she said her chi had been weakened by her deceit.
Because she's lying to herself, and your chi is supposed to flow through your body.
With this unveiling of the armor, she's about to become a woman.
Yeah,
And she's gonna get like stronger.
right.
Because
Which
she's not strong enough yet.
is also consistent with the original animated one because after this battle was when she.
Yeah, timing wise.
It's not the same as far as
Fighting a
plot
witch,
line,
yeah.
but like time wise, yes.
And she also defeated the entire Mongol army. That's why China was celebrating.
The witch.
She gave her life to defeat the entire Mongol army with the avalanche.
Yes, but in this movie, the witch apparently is the entire Mongol army.
There's more movies. She might defeat their whole army.
Is this her father's armor?
Yeah, she's just dropping it. It don't fucking mean nothing.
Throwing away her dad's armor?
She's
right
also
now?
Mulan now.
Her father no longer has any sentimental value to
Oh,
her because she's
hold on.
discovered the power of the
Oh, she doesn't give a fuck about her family now. Okay,
I don't know if you know
that
this,
makes
but
sense.
she's also going through the middle of the battlefield and she's about to just kill everyone.
Well, she's going
Yeah.
to be stronger without.
Oh, she's gonna catch it.
Watch
Catch it. Oh, she
Oh
catches it.
my god.
Oh my god! It flips on the horse.
Back off!
What the fuck?
She left her father's pants on.
She wears the pants in the family.
Part of the armor. The part that will not protect her at
Because
all.
when you want to go fight an entire battle, you want it without armor so you can have the power of woman. Because it's better than armor.
Power of woman is better than armor.
Her chi is no longer corrupted by the oppression of man. So now she's way stronger. It's a better.
I get it. This is a great movie.
I'll give you
You
another
just
thing.
have to explain it to people.
Like, she's not at all worried about killing people.
I like when people have compassion.
They have a shield wall. The Chinese warriors have shield walls.
No. They also made her very beautiful all of a sudden. I don't know if you noticed all the makeup they put on her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make
it
her
did
look
seem
very
like
feminine and
before
beautiful. She
her
was
face
dirty and
was
manly.
Super dirty, yeah.
You gotta look
When
really
you have to
good
be
as you defeat the
beautiful.
whole armies with your
Well-
woman power. She called her.
Oh, all of them are dead. Oh my god. They all just died.
In one swift blow.
Yeah, now she snuck up on them.
That was so fast.
The power of women also puts you with lightning speed. Those bows are not meant to be accurate really far away.
I keep wondering if she's gonna kick apart one
Like-
of these fucking rocks.
Oh yeah, she just puts her hand up and it explodes.
Or pinky for their pinky bicep.
Yes, let's
Oh,
shoot
God.
this fiery rock into.
Please kick it apart.
Snowy
I swear to God.
No, It's
Okay.
going way over.
Yeah, it's going to the snowy mountains.
Oh,
It's not
no.
gonna do shit.
Oh,
No,
they're
you're
gonna
right.
do it to
I
themselves.
told you.
Oh, she's so happy.
Oh my god, she just touches the ground? She was like,
Sing it.
I'm using my cheap powers to
Oh,
make it
God.
worse.
She's gonna- Oh!
No.
Oh!
Give me a fucking break!
Don't you love this, Olivia?
No, I hate it! And I gave it a chance! I tried so
Women are
hard.
finally getting their justice.
Women need real justice and not this fucking fake ass bullshit. Where women are not emotional.
Compassion and emotions, that's for weak past women. That's not the new modern age woman. This is better.
Oh, Cricket's stuck.
Oh, God.
Cricket, he's so lucky!
She's gonna luckily get out of it.
The avalanche! Her boyfriend! She's gonna pull him right up on the horse. She's gonna know exactly where to go.
Horse just stays up.
Yeah,
Just
this
perfect.
avalanche is fucking ridiculous because
Well,
it would
the
not be
horse
going
is
this far.
channeling her power, so it's got extra chi power
Yeah, she's
too.
putting all her cheap power in
Makes
there.
sense.
Now she's gonna use her cheap power to pick
Now,
up this 200-pound man
He's
like
the
effortlessly.
damsel in distress.
It
Effortlessly.
makes sense that he's the damsel.
No, It doesn't.
It's not. No.
doesn't at all.
No. This is not.
It's called
just-
sarcasm. Olivia taught it to me earlier. It's when you say the opposite of what you really mean.
He is supposed to save her after
it's
she
not-
gets shot with an arrow. That's the whole point of that scene.
Really?
The original
Yeah.
Mulan gets shot with an arrow and is injured and going to die, and he saves her, and then she passes out, and that's how they find out she's got boobies.
No, anything but that.
In this better one, she can't get hurt, Aaron.
Yeah, she also just leaves. She's not even staying to see if he's alive. She's just
She saved him. She's about to whip out
nope,
tits, probably.
nope. They can't. They can't accept the fact.
Like
In
the
Asian-
briefcase from Pulp Fiction. They're all
Glowing.
mesmerized.
Oh, now she'll walk up again after she just walked away.
She's a
See,
different
she's
person.
she's
Why
doing
did she walk away if she's gonna walk up right now? What was the point of it?
This is her moment, Aaron.
Why?
She had to make a grand entrance. Don't you know anything about ladies?
What? No.
She was preparing
No.
to whip out her tits.
She's got to do it. Now is the
walk
moment.
away
Now
and
is
then
the moment.
walk
Oh my god, she whipped him out! Oh
Aw.
no. This is a metaphor for titties.
Girl?
He's a girl.
I'm no longer attracted to him.
Imposter.
Look how beautiful she looks.
You've brought
She's
disgrace.
gorgeous.
They would be very upset because they've been tricked.
I would rather be executed.
You are expelled from the Emperor's Imperial Army.
So literally that would have been no consequence if she would have did this from the fucking beginning. That makes me mad that that's the punishment.
Or
She goes in place of her father, reveals she's a girl, gets expelled from the army. That's literally no fucking consequence and avoids this entire fucking thing.
He has to come back to save the day and save the emperor in China.
She would have rather been executed. So this is them being mean to her.
Yeah, they're like, you have to live in
You
exile
have to
from the army.
leave the army.
How could you ever think that anything would be better than being in the army?
I'm so fucking mad that that's the consequence.
Now the witch is seducing her.
The bitch!
You're expelled too for your womanness.
But people turned on me.
I read that as people turned me on. Sorry, I just
And
like
now I'm turned on by
I was
you,
like, oh,
Mulan. And this suddenly is a different movie entirely.
They're just gonna start making out, like just ruin it completely. Like, all right, they made me a lot of lesbian. That's where it went.
I told you this.
Such thing as lesbians in ancient China.
The more power I showed, the more I was crushed. Just like
Clutched?
What did she say?
I
Clutched?
thought you said squat. And then I saw the subtitle.
It said crushed, but I heard closted.
Crushed.
That's what I heard.
I heard
Squashed.
Closted.
Crushed.
I was crushed.
They'll be stronger together. They are lesbians. Join us, and you can be part of this badass team and kill the emperor.
You do not know, Mulan. It happened now.
Listen, racism that you guys are doing right now aside,
We will take our place among the others.
explain to me really
I know
what the cons in this movie
I know my
have
race.
It's
really
my duty
done
to fight for the
that's bad. Like there's a war going on.
But they've invaded China.
A small, well-trained force could.
Oh,
A small,
Wouldn't it
well-trained force is gonna
We need
stop
a
Bari
small-
Khan.
And who else is well trained besides her?
she's gonna dress them all up like women, and obviously they're all gonna sneak into the capital, and they're gonna be the concubines that are just in the capital, like,
Listen,
oh,
This movie is not enough comedy in it
I was
for
about
that
to
to be
say,
the outcome.
yeah, I was like, this is too serious.
Yeah.
And two, that may be making fun of like transvestites, transgender
Yes,
people,
you
and they
can't
would
do
not
that.
do that.
that's
So,
what
That-
they did in the original Mulan.
I hope I'm wrong.
I think
Like
you're right.
in the older film, them dressing up as women, I felt like that was a sign that they mutually respected her,
Right.
even after she was
Now
a
they
woman,
know she's a woman.
because she dressed
Now
up as a
we're gonna
man,
dress up
and they were willing to do
I
that.
agree.
That it,
I agree.
that it was like a setup payoff in a way
No, we
that
have to change this entire movie.
that was-
even though the first one was woke as hell.
good writing.
Oh, they also made them seem like they're ninjas.
Yeah, they are definitely ninja now. When I saw that like roof run with like the arm out, yeah, that was definitely a
Not
ninja
even-
run.
Nothing about them that should be ninjas. Oh, the emperor's gonna go fight him.
It is far too dangerous.
I'm glad if they're not making him weak, unless they're just going to say he lacks, like he doesn't have any compassion, and later on Mulan is like, don't kill him. At least at this point, they seem like the emperor is willing to fight amongst his men. That's what I don't like, is they make
That includes
every man suck.
Who will protect
Like
the city?
Rey knowing more about Han's ship than Han, you know?
Why is it not hard for us to enter the imperial city at all?
It's a trap!
It's a
It's
trap.
a
Where's
trap.
Admiral Akbar when you need him? Look at that walk.
You have been lured in to die.
She's got chance.
Oh my god, don't you dare.
You did it, Aaron. That's realistic. Come on, Olivia, just a little while longer. I see you're insisting. It's towards the end. It's the last battle. You can make it.
It's about to...
Longer.
Look, the Emperor is going to fight right now. You're missing this. The Emperor is that kind of
It's
badass.
magic.
Holy hell.
The Emperor is definitely the most badass person.
And they're at least fighting by her side.
By the Emperor. Hold them back.
I definitely don't think any of these guy soldiers are any match for the clearly badass.
She just did a... What? No. Physics aside, that's impossible. You can't slide down the wall on your knees. Chi powers are not magic powers.
Do you do this when you watch Star Wars? No, it's impossible for the Force to do this?
Yeah,
Lately.
I can argue a lot about a lot of the Star Wars that they've done.
The original.
They don't do these
think
things in the
George
original
Lucas
sources.
was?
Lucas at least cared about his own creation in
At that
in a different
He
way
no
than
longer
people that
does.
took it
Because
over.
he doesn't own it.
Yeah, he hasn't owned it in a decade.
Even when he owned it, he was still being a fucking asshole.
It's his creation. He can do what he wants.
He made Jar Jar. Jar Jar was probably the greatest character ever created in all of Star
Why don't you
Wars.
shut your mouth?
Misa disagrees.
Jar Jar is the best Sith character ever created in all of Star
No,
Wars.
and
franchise
Natalie
history.
Portman is to blame for putting him into power.
That's debatable.
I still think that she's teamed up with the Emperor.
See, she said it's too late for me. Why?
Because she's
Only because you fucking backed the murderous bad guy.
because she's went pure dragon and she's about to kill everybody.
Once you've killed a bunch of people for the enemy army, I will say that she would
Right.
probably get killed even if she
Right.
surrendered.
No, she definitely wouldn't. She's too strong. Mulan can now run and climb as fast as a hawk can fly.
She always was able to.
They set this up when she
Yeah.
was a kid. Dumb as that is, they would consider that setup.
People are fighting. They have made sure that they look like the Immortals from 300.
That one guy from her army that they were like BFFs or whatever, he seemed a lot more interested in her when he thought she was a man.
It's like they maybe thought about having the romantic subplot and then dropped it entirely.
Like by the end of it, they were like, "Oh, we have to write this out because it's offensive." I want him to win. He has a cool witch as a sidekick.
Why are you here?
And now she dies to save Fatima.
This is making me angry. I hate this.
It's women standing up for women. I know.
I'm so mad.
Would you not stand up for other women?
So mad.
She's
Why
standing
did
up for
you
other
make
women.
me sit down and finish this?
She's standing up for other
Because
women. You
I
should like this more than I
fucking
do.
filled with rage. I don't like it.
No, sir, I don't like it.
You said earlier that that's what women need to.
I know. But
She
this
just did it.
Is the worst writing to represent that. I want to throw up right now.
You said you wanted that. They gave it to
Ah!
you. Women need to stand up for the women.
But the fact that I said that, I stand by it. That was not the right way to represent that. The only way that Mulan could survive that was her stepping in.
Mulan definitely would have kicked the arrow back into his head.
Yeah.
To get revenge on this
Oh my
stupid,
God.
this stupid fucking man.
The sexy ass
Killing
man with
women.
muscles and scars.
Maybe he'll get a few more scars by the time she's done.
Real strong instinct that he's just gonna fall to his death by fire. Are
Lost
you,
her sword just like she did earlier.
No, into the kiln.
Oh, it's,
Yeah.
it's her dad's sword. She
There's
lost
a-
everything from her dad.
There's lava?
The random kiln.
Random lava.
Just randomly lava.
Rise
It's
up.
the phoenix and ashes and
You are
rise
a
up.
mighty warrior.
Where the fuck did he come
Rise up
from?
like a phoenix.
They lifted him up earlier with the magic bow and arrow things that didn't make sense.
Is he just sitting there the whole
But
time?
look at her face. Did you see that non-acting face where she looked bored?
This whole time! Even the kid Mulan, they just... Oh my god!
She's rise up.
Jesus.
It's like the Atlanta Falcons.
This would make more sense if they were jumping on the little posts like in the animated one during the montage. They never did that! She hasn't had this
I've
training!
been told I'm a sexist for not liking this.
As a woman, I obviously represent all women.
All women are sexist. That's true. You're
That's
right.
why women don't get along and they always be fighting.
That's why y'all need to learn to take
All
arrows
hate
in the
of
heart
women
for each
together.
other.
Up.
Fall to his death in the fire.
But just like any Disney movie, they can't actually show him die.
Oh, she's gonna chi kick it down at him.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god,
That's
and he
Jet
caught
Li,
it.
And the other one's Donnie Yen. It was taking me a long time, but Donnie Yen finally came to mind
You're
for
right.
the other guy.
That's it.
It took the whole movie for me to remember.
Wait, no, this isn't Jet Li. This is It Man, the guy that's in this.
I thought they were both in it. But the guy before,
If Jet Li's in it, he's somebody else. He's the Emperor,
I
maybe.
think Jet Li is the
Yeah,
Emperor,
Jet
but
Li's
Donnie,
like 1,000
but Donnie
years
Yen was
old
the
at
guy
this
from
point.
before that I was trying to remember from
Yeah,
Rogue
that's
One.
It Man.
Yeah.
Is it Jet Li? Did Jet Li play it?
The guy doesn't look like Jet Li to me, but he's also old.
It is Jet Li. Wow.
Jet Li should know better.
Look, that could be Mushu.
That's not Mushu!
They played Reflection again.
You know who that is presenting her? That's the real Mulan.
Is it?
Yeah, that's Boba Fett's lady. That's the voice of Mulan.
Oh!
She obviously didn't know what she was signing up
all
for.
they gave her.
They didn't even make her a strong woman.
That is Jet Li. That's crazy now that,
That
you
is
said
crazy. He looks totally different now.
He's not the one anymore.
Your place.
A legitimate issue?
Very
I know they're all real to me. At least 20 extra minutes to tell a lesser story. To take longer to tell a story that not only doesn't hold on to any of the core story that was being told.
Right.
It sucks that they cut so much of the good stuff out and
Yeah.
take an extra 20 to 30 minutes to
To
tell
not
it.
put anything better in place. I'm a woman who loves strong women, but this is not an accurate representation of what a strong woman looks like. Being strong and also being emotional is just being alive.
And they're
As
taking
a
that
woman-
away from women to make them strong.
Right.
And I'm like,
You can be a woman and still birth and genuinely fucking love and want to fight to protect your child. That doesn't make you less of a woman. It arguably makes you more of one.
the compassion being a weakness type of thing, emotion being
dare they?
emotion being a weakness is something that I think
they?
they're taking away from women that is vital.
I hate this movie. I'm so angry.
Well, that may have
filled
just
with
been the
rage.
actress where maybe in the writing they wanted her to have emotion.
No, this is not a good representation of feminism and femininity. Like, you don't have to be a robot man.
Use your emotional superiority.
Why are women afraid of being assaulted? Because physically, 99% of the time, a woman is not going to physically be as strong as a man. Do I think there are women who physically are strong as shit and could beat the fuck out of a man?
Again,
Sure.
I think that those women worked harder to attain that because it comes harder to them.
Exactly.
And that's-
Like being vulnerable and emotional and still being able to power through it and learn how to adapt and go through life with that and be strong through it. That's what being a woman is about.
She's apologizing to her dad for stealing his armor and his sword.
I don't
And
care.
she's
I don't
apologizing.
care about her dad.
She
I
made me feel
definitely don't
emotions.
care about
You're
her
yelling.
fucking sister.
If you yell the whole time, how are you gonna know what's happening? She's feeling emotion. Look at that emotion on her face.
Whoa.
Wait, he should apologize to her.
Well, he told her to silence
His
her.
foolish
her
pride drove her away.
I don't know about that.
He's learning a lesson.
Hate it.
It's a good thing she was here
Terrible.
teaching that lesson.
Yeah, good thing he had Mulan.
At least you feel very similar to me since I'm like, I'm gonna get hated on the internet for being like, I hate the way they write women now.
This movie is very
I don't-
bad, and I don't like it. But I am a non-emotional robot lady who can't explain to you why I don't like it.
Why don't you just beat it into me with your power?
Because that's the only thing a strong lady can do is just beat it into you.
I think they's about to be like, we want to marry the fuck out of you because you're such a good woman. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that's what's about to happen.
Everyone loves you.
The way you kick spears out of the way.
entire kingdom is in her debt.
Yeah, right.
Well, they are. She was.
Well, they are, but I'm saying as if they would recognize this. I'm really sorry for screaming through this whole thing. I was drunk.
I felt the exact same way. The original Mulan is an example of a female character that I enjoy, which is why I use it in like
Strong.
a different iteration to show why is this the exact same character portrayed differently? Why do I feel differently about it? To hopefully argue against the sentiment that I just like am a He-Man woman hater.
I want to like this Mulan.
Can you think of a time during this movie where she like struggled?
I guess in the very beginning when her dad was telling her to fucking silence her chi, but I didn't actually feel from the character that she was struggling. It was written in that she was supposed to be.
Part of the reason you did not feel that passion for her father is because he represented the patriarchy and told her to diminish her own life.
Even in the animated one, you could feel the love she had for her dad.
And her father tells her that even though you haven't bloomed yet, I'm sure that when you will be the most beautiful of them all.
Right.
He was supportive of her in the animated.
He always was like, you're doing some shit and you're clumsy and weird, but I respect that, and one day you'll bring honor to us. In this one, he was just like, we all hate you, stop being who you are.
Everything about this is wrong.
Take it off the screen.
I agree.
Get it out of here. I hate it.
You didn't like her?
No!
She smashed the patriarchy. And then her dad had to be like, I was so wrong.
I felt zero character development from Mulan herself. Her dad had some character development, but the main character?
Because he was allowed to have a flaw.
Exactly!
It was
she
incidental.
Could not have a flaw!
I assure you they did not want to make him look good, but because they could not portray her with flaws and they could portray him with flaws, he actually accidentally had growth.
Right. You need to make a non-essential character of growth.
You need to douse your own light for the sake of the family.
For the sake of family.
You're a disgrace.
Disgrace.